up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Andrea, and today we're going to be talking about the makeup community and how did James put it? Yeah, that. I'm not gonna say I'm not one for drama, but when it's not in my life, I am. So just like a lot of other people that have been on YouTube, Twitter, and specifically talking about the Irrelevant 4 and Jeffree Star situation, I'm gonna put my input on it. And just let me say this is facts and not really shade, because anybody can throw stones at people when they're, you know, at their worst point right now, and it's easier for us to judge and everything, but let's be real. So let's get into it. Those of you that don't know about everything that's been going on, whether you're not into makeup or really not into Jeffree Star, because honestly this surrounds him, I'm gonna fill you in. So basically Jeffree Star was friends with these 4 people, which is Laura Lee, Nakita, Gabriel Zamora, and Manny. I guess they had a falling out and they started making videos together and basically shading him. A lot of people that have had friendships, some people do this because that's the type of friends they were shady, and that's what you do, or you might be very upset or hurt by something. I'm just gonna be playing devil's advocate, and we need to get some things clear and really set the record straight, because I think a lot of people need a reality check. So what started this whole like explosion of all this was Gabriel Zamora. I guess the 4 of them were hanging out and they took a picture together with their middle fingers up, and he captioned it, he's bitter because we're better without him. So as you know, on Twitter you will get dragged quick. So then people decided to kind of like comfort him and tweet him like, okay, this is why Jeffree is more successful and yada yada. And he decided to go on a little tangent, and I will put that right here. After that whole thing, the Inspector Petties went out and went through their like Twitter history, which most people do when it's stuff like this, and actually found some things out about the Irrelevant 4, and it really backfired on them. Lee's literally said, tip for all the black people: if you pull your pants up, you can run faster from the police. You're welcome. And I'm guessing she retweeted that or whatever, yeah, that really set people off. So basically she became canceled as soon as people saw that screenshot.
That's over, it's canceled.
I mean, what did you expect to happen? Now I'm just gonna say this, since we're being real here. When you're in the industry, entertainment business, it's a catch-22, because you don't want to talk about things that are controversial, let alone be ignorant, make comments like that, but at the same time you want to stay true to yourself. Now I believe that some people forget that when they start to get into the entertainment business or industry, that nobody's gonna look at them like that. People are basically gonna judge anything that you do. So especially when it comes to controversial stuff like this, yeah, you will be canceled. So honestly, I just feel like people just need to really stop speaking on certain things when you're a certain way, because then you probably wouldn't get called out. And honestly, I feel a certain type of way about the whole Jeffree Star thing, because he already made his apology about it. They literally were trying to say, oh well, you know, I changed, and you know, that was years ago. Okay, but didn't Jeffree Star make a long apology about something he did 10 years ago, and saying that he wasn't the same person and that he's grown from that? And a lot of people were like accepting of that, and some people weren't. But then stuff comes out about them that may have been 4, 5, 6 years ago, and oh no, that's not me, I've grown, you know. But you're trying to throw Jeffree under the bus, saying that he's the same person. So which one is it? Because he hasn't grown, but you have. And I just honestly feel like when it comes to stuff like this, most people do it because you're gonna have to apologize, whether it's sincere or not. And the majority of the apologies that people come out with, I'm not just saying specifically whether Jeffree's, Laura's, whatever, it's just not sincere. Honestly, I felt like Laura's apology really, like, I felt like she was gonna like stay like hidden for a little bit so she could just let this pass. But then when they start losing subscribers, which is basically how you making your money, and a lot of people that are saying, oh, I'm not gonna buy your palette, and we'll touch on that in a minute, then you want to come out with an apology. Like, nah, where was your apology then? Like, when it happened, when the screenshots came out. But I mean, honestly, some people are not, they're not gonna care. They don't care if you apologize or not, because you've already tainted that image that you had, or people thought you had. Personally, I feel like people can evolve, people can change. I feel like when it comes to hate, and especially racism at that, that's definitely taught. I don't think people are born racist. I don't think people are born to hate certain people. That's something that's taught. I think a lot of people have a hard time separating a person's personal life from business. And when you're a business person, personal really shouldn't come in between that. There's probably a lot of top brands that may be racist towards certain people, and they don't care because they're making money off of it, and honestly they're benefiting from it. But the only difference is they're not braving about it online. They're not saying certain things. You're not going to catch them on social media saying this and that, because they're smarter than that to just say, hey, yeah, we don't like these types of people. Business wise, I feel like that happens a lot. And when things do come out and stuff does surface, then an apology comes out. But honestly, I feel like it's a lot of people that might have these hidden feelings. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying that's really what goes on in today's society. It just, you have to be smarter when you're in the public eye. There's something out there about you, whether it was past or something recent, get it out there first. Because if you let somebody else get out there, first of all, they're making money off of your name. Secondly, it's often your demise. And honestly, be open and transparent. Now, some people, they feel like they can't do that. Well, you're either going to be open and transparent, or you're just really going to just keep yourself out of the controversy. I think when I watched the Shane Dawson, the last episode, I think that might have been the only one that I watched, where Jeffree, you know, said that he would cut himself and he has scars all over his body, and that's why he wears, you know, long sleeves all the time. And honestly, I think anybody with a heart or compassion felt for him, because honestly, when people, whether that whole skit thing,
shut up, you fucking nigger, bitch. You stupid ape, I'm gonna spray you, bitch. Will you beat that nigger, please? He's a fucking nigger. You're a nigger, you fucking ugly ass bitch. Fuck you, hoe. You have a camel toe in the wind. Thank you. That's hard. Oh, and now. It's okay, you a fat ugly bitch.
There's rumors about that too, whether it was a skit and it wasn't real, to that was real, we don't care, like he said what he said. It's just like, you know, that's not appropriate, it's not acceptable. With him saying it and meaning what he said, I feel as if, you know, hurt people. So you can tell that for someone to just lash out at people and go off on people, and it's a fight, or, you know, you gotta cut people down, you know, it's it's definitely something deeper there. And you know, some people might say, oh no, it's not, but majority of the time that's what it comes down to. If he's changed and that's really, you know, he's really grown in his life, then I'm all for it. I'm all for people growing, changing, evolving, you know, progressing. I'm all for that. I would rather it be more people in the world with love in their heart rather than hate. And you know, in this day and age, you got a lot of hate. You got a lot of people that commit suicide for some of the things that people say. So I think that in terms of his video, it's very enlightening and seeing a different side to him that I think most people don't really get to see. And some people might even say, oh, it's just for the cameras, and you know, that's not really how he is. And you can't win with most people, but he could have said no. He didn't have to say yes. So I definitely was surprised watching the video, and honestly I did enjoy it. I watched the whole thing. It made me look at him differently. Let's get on to these other people. Now let's just really be real. If this person was saying all these things, these racist things as you say, these ignorant things as you say, why continue to be around a person like that? Why continue to associate yourself with a person like that? Because as Gabriel put it, he hung out with him with no cameras around. And isn't that convenient? There's no cameras around. Like if I knew someone that was saying some racist stuff, kind of like Jake Paul, how whoever recorded him saying the N-word.
Like my nigga Richie, he make the pussy so wet it gets wet.
Don't you think you would have recorded him if he was saying stuff like that? Aren't we the generation of, where are the receipts? Because it's funny that a lot of people say, oh, Jeffree, he says racist things, but which, if somebody knows something negative about you, they're gonna ride off that negative coattail and say, oh yeah, he said this, and oh yeah, he said that, because they already have it on video from 10 years ago. But I have not once seen anything recent. Now, unless Jeffree Star has a no phone policy, I'm not believing these people. I feel like they're just trying to save their behind and really like try to come at him because maybe they're salty because they got kicked off his PR list. I don't know if he has one, but I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of them were shady. And let's just get into the conspiracy theory.
What if they did this to actually have their own documentary? Because I find it kind of funny that now this blatant shade is thrown, which, I mean, ultimately when things like this happen, people do tend to get dragged. So what if they did this to have their own documentary because of so much positivity that came out of Jeffree's? Something to think about.
So y'all sitting up here talking about him, he has not said one thing about you. Now, I'm not gonna say he hasn't thrown shade, but y'all clearly are bothered, and he is not. And now your checks are about to be up, honey, because you sat up here talking about him. And for the all godness truth, if we really want to go there, do they have a black person in their crew, in their circle? If they do, please let me know, because I haven't seen it. So when Jeffree started hanging out with Super and she gives her approval, whether he get it or not, then we'll talk. But until then, yeah, I just think it needs to stop. Just stop acting more holier than thou when you're not. Don't throw stones, honey, when you know you're doing the same thing. We got too much stuff going on in this world, and some of y'all are just too ignorant. One, Gabriel, you should not be saying the N-word. I don't care. Laura, just disgusting. For you to retweet something like that, must be really how you felt. I don't care if it's a joke. Comedians make jokes all the time. I have not seen you on Comedy Central or Late Night Stand Up, so please cut it out. that is offensive. Manny. Anyways, I think I've said enough. He was racist. You guys were guilty by association because y'all was friends with him that long. And for you to say he's been saying all this type of stuff and you ain't correct him, you ain't check him. If I was in the presence of somebody and they were saying something racist, they would have been checked ASAP. I haven't seen anything, any real reason why y'all not friends. And that's the thing. Nobody has said why they're really not friends with him anymore. Y'all friendship just evaporates, so I don't know. Why don't we get some tea on that? That is all I have for today as far as this tea. And honestly, let's just keep it cute. Let's keep the makeup videos going on. Also, that reminds me, now for some of y'all that have been buying Laura Lee's palettes, don't sit up here now after your order and shipped to your house and these screenshots to come out to say, oh, her palette is trash. Honey, you got 6 of them in your closet. Or however many. I don't know because I don't follow her. But now her palette is trash. You gotta get a refund. Stop. Come on now. Y'all really trying it with this one. Y'all be doing too much. That's my opinion about it, and that's how it's going to stay until I see some receipts. With that being said, guys, if you have any comments or opinions that you want to leave them down below. Let's talk about it. Let's kiki. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,